Bush this.
How do you think the troops would feel about President Obama?
Oh, I don't know. He hadn't gotten elected yet. He ain't even got the party's nomination. He's an attractive guy. He's articulate. I've been impressed with him when I've seen him in person. But he's got a long way to go to be president.
I thought the president gave the senator a compliment. Boy, was I wrong. Writing in the Chicago Trib, Dawn Turner Trice put forth, quote, "Articulate is a code word, and the inference often is this: wow, you're black and can speak standard English and skillfully? Oh, my gosh. Articulate is our generation's euphemistic equivalent to aren't you the little credit to your race," unquote. Wow, who knew? I didn't know. Joining us now from Philadelphia, Dr. Marc Lamont Hill, teaches urban education and American studies at Temple University. Now, you got to feel sorry for us white folks here, because I'm telling you, now I'm afraid to say anything. You know, you're an articulate guy, doctor, but I'm never going to say that. You're a smart guy. Is that bad if I say you're a smart guy?
Smart's okay. And see, Bill, coming from you, I know your intention, so I would never doubt what you mean by it. But unfortunately, when articulate is used by white people toward black people, it's often accompanied by a sense of bewilderment and surprise, i.e., I'm surprised that you're able to speak that well. Coming from somebody like President Bush in particular, it's a bit curious. He's the same person who said that he rails against the soft bigotry of low expectations, and then he hurls such a lowball compliment at Barack Obama. To me, if Barack Obama could not speak articulately, if he could not clearly express his ideas, that would be noteworthy, not him having 2 Ivy League degrees and not being able to express himself.
I got to tell you, President Bush is as surprised as I am that when he said Senator Obama is articulate, that was taken in a derogatory way. I know the man, and I could see his delivery with Cavuto. There was no condescension. Listen, I know what you're saying, and I agree. There's a lot of condescension in the white establishment community toward black people in this country. It's true. It's true. And if he were to say, well, he's pretty articulate, wow, I'm stunned, then you'd be right. But you know what's happening, and let's strip it all away. This is the no-spin zone.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing my best.
Instead of black and white Americans coming together, white Americans are terrified. They're terrified. Now we can't even say you're articulate. We can't even give you guys compliments because they may be taken as condescension.
But Bill, part of that terror comes from having to seriously confront issues of race and perhaps even racism. The fact of the matter is we live in a world where black intelligence is called into question even at the highest levels. So when someone like Barack Obama, when it becomes noteworthy that he's able to clearly express his ideas, that is cause for people, particularly white people, to reassess the way they view not just Barack Obama, but the larger masses of black people against which he's being compared.
But you're generalizing. Do you know how often my intelligence is called into question, doctor?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and I can't imagine why. I can't imagine why, Bill. Right. But the difference is, your intelligence does not have any bearing upon the way other whites are seen. Unfortunately, black intelligence is connected. Oh, absolutely, Bill. When I watch you on television, I don't say that all white people are condescending or all white people are uncivil or all white people talk over people. Not to say that you do those things. That's just an example. But my point is, with someone like Barack Obama, he represents something bigger than himself. And so and it's not just Barack Obama. Everyday black people who have achieved certain levels of education
let me run down.
Are often called articulate.
Say somebody calls me up. Somebody calls me up from the Philadelphia Inquirer and says, look, you had Marc Lamont Hill on last night. You like him as a guest? And I'm going to say, yeah, I like him as a guest. He's a smart guy. What do you like about him? I'm going to say he's glib. Is that an insult?
Absolutely not. Okay. It is what it is.
Then I'm going to say, he's pretty intelligent, too. Not only is he glib, but his arguments are pretty well thought out, and he can kick it back fast. Is that an insult?
Right, but Bill, the difference is, in that instance, I'm being compared to other guests. If he said, how does Marc Lamont Hill rate against your other black guests? And you say, well, he's articulate, he's smart, he's good-looking. That's a different conversation.
I didn't say you were good-looking, Doc, so let's not get into that area.
I know, I had to throw that in, Bill.
But Cavuto said, how about him as president? And Bush, in context, said, he's attractive, he's articulate, but he's got a long way to go. I thought the answer was perfectly in context. 10 seconds, Doc, last word.
But Bill, there are a whole sea of candidates, all of whom are articulate, and none of them have the word articulate chasing them around the campaign circuit, because for people, Barack Obama being able to clearly express his ideas is still considered new. It's noteworthy, and it shouldn't be.
Doc, always a pleasure. Thank you. When we